Good afternoon, students. Welcome to Apti Plus Academy of Civil Services. It's one of the finest institute for the civil services, as you all know, or as you can presume from the videos that are being provided to you. Okay. So myself, Partha Sir, the Polity faculty of Apti Plus WBCS wing. Before starting chronologically with the polity, let me say something about the constitution, or let me say something about the things which you have to study. First thing, you have to study very precisely. There's no requirement of beating around the bushes while studying this polity part. There is a misconception among the students that for the polity section, we have to read the whole of the Lakshmika. No, that's absolutely not required. Okay. You have to be very much specific throughout your preparation days. You have to follow the MCQs. And most importantly, you have to go through the previous year question papers, because that actually will give you a guidance of how should you prepare or what should be the way of your preparation. So today I will start with the preamble. As I've said, previously I started the fundamental rights. I stopped it in the midway, and now I'm planning to start it from the very beginning. Okay, from the very beginning of the Indian Constitution, that is the Preamble of India. Okay. Now, let me say something about the preamble. What is the preamble? Why there is a need of the preamble? What is preamble a part of the Constitution? Can preamble be amended? If yes, how many times it has been amended? Is it a source of the power, or is it a limitations on the power of the legislature? These are all the things which we have to study under the topic preamble. Okay. So at first, the word preamble, it denotes the very preface of the Constitution. Okay, as N.A. Palkiwala said, that it is nothing but the identity card of the Constitution. Okay, the Constitution itself is very huge, lump sum in size, gigantic in size. It took 2 years, 11 months and 18 days to write the Constitution. Naturally, the Constitution, due to its geographical boundaries, for a single constitution throughout the world, the Constitution has become a lengthy one. But if any people, if any person, or if any individual wants to get a basic idea about the Indian Constitution, so preamble is sufficient enough to give that person or to give that individual a specific or at least a basic idea about the whole of the Constitution, right? So preamble, this is the first point to be noted. It is the preface of the Constitution. Preface, okay? That means the introductory part of the Constitution. Okay. It was originally moved by Nehru. As objective resolution. Objective resolution. What does the word objective resolution means? So it's clearly evident from the word itself that when the Constituent Assembly sat for writing the Constitution, they were guided by some objectives. This objective was put forward by Nehru. What should the Constitution be? What should be the features of the Indian Constitution? So this objective resolution, it acted as a guidance to the Constituent Assembly. Okay. And this is what about the resolutions. Okay. So the first thing which you must remember, it was put forward by Jawaharlal Nehru as the objective resolutions. Fine. Now, the preamble can be segregated, or if you break the preamble, if you go for a postmortem of the preamble, you can divide it, you can separate it into 4 parts. Okay, 4 parts. ये जो parts है, ये parts is not mentioned in the Constitution like there are 25 parts. Okay, it's not like that. If we break the preamble, if we go for a postmortem of the preamble, we will get to know that the preamble is divided, or you can break the preamble into 4 parts for a better understanding of the topic. Okay, or for the better understanding of the chapter. So the first thing which you must remember, the first part. Okay, that is source of the Constitution. Okay, this is The people of India. The constitution, the preamble starts with "we the people of India." Fine. Yeah, the "we the people of India" denotes what? This is the most important question which you must remember. This question has often been asked in the interview also. It's a very common question for your prelims as well as the mains. Okay. For any other exams where polity is being asked. The question comes, "we the people of India." Okay. "We the people of India" denotes what? We the people. It denotes the source of the constitution. The authority rests with the people. That means people, it's not any external body or any external organization or any external country which is imposing a constitution on us. It is the people of India who are making the constitution for themselves. Though the constitution was made by the Constituent Assembly, okay, the Constituent Assembly was not a directly elected body, not even a fully sovereign body also at the very first instant, but still that Constituent Assembly made the constitution for us. The people in the Constituent Assembly, they belong to us, those were not the foreign countries or they were not the resident of any alien countries. So this "we the people of India" denotes nothing but the source of the constitution, that is the people of India. So first question, "we the people of India" denotes what? That is the source of the authority or the source of the constitution lies with the people. Okay. Next, the second part of the preamble is nature of the constitution. Okay. There are 5 words, okay, written in bold. There are 5 words written in bold which speaks about the nature of the polity in India or the nature of the constitution. Okay. So what are those words? Sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, and finally republic. Okay. So these are the 5 words which denotes the nature of the Indian polity or the nature of the Indian constitution. Fine. So let's have a knowledge about this concept. Okay. The word sovereign. Okay. What does this denote? This denote that India is a sovereign country. India is a supreme country. India is free from any external obligations from any other country. India is a free and independent country without any external interferences, right? So once the state has been created, I mean to say 15th of August 1947, and once the constitution came into force on 26th of January 1950, we are declaring ourselves as a sovereign country. That means no external force is going to impact on any of the things of us. Okay, so we can say that Indian constitution is sovereign. Fine. So there are 2 types of sovereignty. One is external sovereignty, the other one is internal sovereignty. Okay. External sovereignty and internal sovereignty. Okay. We are declaring ourselves as a sovereign country, but here we have to be specific. What type of sovereignty? We are both externally sovereign as well as internally sovereign. Externally sovereign means no XYZ countries, no external countries is going to interfere in our programs, policies, or whatever you can say. Okay, no external interference. But in real sense, you cannot say that any country is absolutely external sovereign. No, this external sovereignty is qualified in nature, because when any country is becoming a member of any of the international organizations, for being a member, they attach many rules and regulation. Okay, they attach many strings for becoming a member. So like may it be the IMF, may it be the World Bank, may it be the United Nations, whatever. Okay, any external organizations or any external organization, if any country is becoming, suppose if India is becoming a member of United Nations, there are rules and regulations which India has to follow. If India is a member of IMF or WTO or World Bank or any other organization, okay, they attach some strings for becoming the members. So in real sense, we cannot say that India is an external, not only India, no country, those country who are becoming a member of any international organizations cannot claim themselves absolutely external sovereign country. No, but to a larger extent, any country is external sovereign country. That means in the very internal affairs of that nation, external countries or external organizations, they won't interfere until or unless there is an absolute breach of fundamental rights, or you can say there is an absolute breach of human rights. More importantly, it's a human rights, or you can say any sort of violation of any rights given by the international organizations. If there is a violation of those things, then only those international organizations come. Else or otherwise, in normal internal affairs of the countries, no external organization, normally they don't interfere. Okay, so but still we can say that India is an external sovereign country, because normally India don't or no other country don't interfere in the internal affairs of India, right? So we can say India is an external sovereign country. Then what do we mean by internal sovereign country? It means that once the state is created on 26th of January 1950 with the commencement of the constitution. So once the state is created, no non-state actors, okay, within India can claim their sovereignty or supremacy. Okay, you know, there are many anti-national forces which are working in India. They cannot claim their supremacy, because once the state is created, state is a sovereign thing. State will decide what to do or what not to do. Okay, so within India, no part or no group of people or no community can claim supremacy from the Indian government. This is what we called as internal sovereignty. Clear? Sovereignty means supremacy. Okay, so India is both externally as well as internally sovereign. Clear? Next, socialist. Okay, this was a word. This is a word which was previously not in the preamble. It was added by 42nd Amendment Act 1976. Though during the Constituent Assembly days, there was a debate of including the word socialist and secular. The words which we are seeing nowadays in the preamble, socialist and secular, this was also inserting these two words were attempted in the earlier days also, not only in 76. Okay, even during the Constituent Assembly also there was a debate of including the word socialist and secular in the preamble, but anyhow that was not implemented, or that was not put it into the preamble, or you can say objective resolutions at that point of time. What is the meaning of the word socialist? There are many forms of socialism. In India, we follow normally the democratic socialism. Okay. That means means of production will be in the hands of state, and resources of the nation will be for the common people. Okay. In India, we follow that concept of democratic socialism or Gandhian socialism. More importantly, what we call it is as a democratic socialism. That means the resources of the country will be used for the common people, and the means of the production will be in the hands of the state. But post 1991 crisis, we are seeing that the private players, they are also taking part in the means of production. That means in India, we follow both the mixed economy. Okay, that means the partnership between the public as well as the private. Okay, there is a broader definition of socialism, there is a broader interpretation of socialism. I'm not coming into it now. Okay, next. The word, okay, which is creating a very problem, which is creating problem in nowadays, that is the secular. Okay, the word secular. What is the meaning of the word secular? Many a times we misinterpret the word secular with the concept of dharma nirapekho. We generally prefer to call it as the dharma nirapekho, but in India we follow the positive view or positive opinion of, or the positive side of secular, that is সর্বধর্ম সম্ভব rather than ধর্ম নিরপেক্ষ. Okay, that means dharma nirapekho, it's a negative in the sense state is neutral to any religion, but here the concept of secularism denotes sarvo dharma sambhav. That means we accept all religion. The state do not have any religion, but we accept all religion. Okay, we will accept all religion, we will accept all their rituals and practices to the extent if it's not harming the society. Okay, so anyway, the word secular, this was also not in the preamble. It was added by the 42nd Amendment Act 1976, and there were specific reasons to include the word secular and socialist during the 76 years, because if you remember, that is the national emergency period. Okay, and that those two words were wisely chosen by the Indira Gandhi government to put it into the preamble. Anyway, that's a part of contradiction. Okay, let's not delve into it. So come to the word secular. In India, we can say the secular means the state has no religion. State এর নিজস্ব কোনো religion নেই. State has no religion. Okay, you can say every religion is accepted. Every religion is at equidistance. From the state. Every religion is at equidistance from the state. Fine. That means the state has no religion. State এর কোনো ধর্ম নেই। এখানে state মানে কিন্তু রাজ্য নয়। State Article 12, what we have seen in Article 12 fundamental rights. Okay. So state এর নিজস্ব কোনো religion নেই. Every religion is accepted by the state. Every religion is at equidistance from the state. Fine. So you know, in the Western countries, there is a complete, you can say, complete separation between the religion and the state. Fine, in the Western state. But in India, there is no complete separation. Okay. State will accept all religion. Fine. There is a difference between complete separation. Okay, that is also secular. India is also secular. India accepts all religion. Okay, and that is the reason many political thinkers they are very much skeptical or doubtful about the concept of secularism that is prevalent in India. But in general, the word secular means in India we follow the positive connotation, that is the sarva dharma sambhav rather than dharma nirapekho. Dekho, dharma nirapekho is a negative concept. Okay, negative in the sense, not in that sense, but with respect to this. Okay, sarva dharma sambhav, dharma nirapeksho is a negative concept. Fine. Acha, there are few things which we have to remember with the concept of secularism. So naturally a question can come to your mind. The word secular, it was added by 42nd Amendment Act. Okay, 1976. So prior to 1976, wasn't India a secular country? Yes, India was a secular country. Because in the fundamental rights from Article 25 to 28, we get the right to freedom of religion. So right to freedom of religion exclusively states about the concept of secularism. Though the word secular, it was not exclusively mentioned in the preamble or mentioned in the constitution, it was implicit. Article 25 to 28, that is freedom of religion. Through this article or through these 4 articles or through this right to freedom of religion, the concept of secularism was originally implicit in the constitution. It was made explicit by using the word secular by 42nd Amendment Act 1976. Okay, so this is a question which is often asked in the interview. What do you think? 1976 এর আগে কি ইন্ডিয়া সেকুলার কান্ট্রি ছিল না? Your answer will be yes. India was very much a secular country. In the constitution, from article 25 to 28, we have been given the freedom of religious freedom. Okay, practicing, propagating profession and conscience. Okay, article 25. But the word secular was not explicitly mentioned. Okay, the concept of secularism was implicitly mentioned in the constitution, but the word secular was not explicitly mentioned. It was explicitly made in the preamble through 42nd Amendment Act of 1976. Fine. The concept of secularism. Okay. Aro ache explanation will come to it later on. Okay. The fourth one is democratic. Okay, that means democracy, you need to understand democracy from the perspective of dictatorship. Okay, here we are electing our leaders, or you can say representatives. Okay, we are electing our leaders or representatives. That means there is a concept of election. Concept of election mane amra vote diye we are electing our leaders at our free will. Okay, nobody is becoming a dictator. It's not somebody who is imposing the rule on us. We are electing our leaders in the form of voting. Okay, in the form of election. We are exercising our adult franchise after we are attaining the age of 18 years. So we are electing our leaders or representatives. Okay, arekta jinish mathay rakhbe. Okay, India follows representative democracy. Representative democracy. Okay, there are two types of democracy, direct and indirect. Okay, in India we follow the indirect democracy. Indirect means we are sending our representatives. They are making laws for us. They are arguing the laws for us. They are making anything. They are making any rules and regulations or laws which are good for the society. Okay, that means we are not going directly. We are electing our representatives. They are making laws for us. That's why India is called as a representative democracy, or we are following the indirect democracy. Okay, there is a difference between direct and indirect democracy. That's not a part of your exam. Okay, if you want, we will come to it later on. Okay, there are 4 tools of direct democracy. Next, the fifth concept, that is the republic. Okay, here it means the head of the state is elected. Okay, দেখো একটু কনফিউশন হতে পারে, ডেমোক্রেসিতে পড়লাম we are electing the leaders, এখানে বলছি head of the state is elected. What does this mean? To understand republic, we have to understand it from the perspective of monarchy. In Britain, they are following the monarchical system. That means in Britain, the queen or the prince, whatever you say, okay, whoever comes, that person is not elected by the people, or you can say that person is not elected. Doesn't matter by the people or indirectly, because in India, the president is not elected by the people. That is an indirect election. So you have to understand the concept of republic from the perspective of monarchy. Okay, in India, the head of the state means the president. Okay, he is the constitutional head, or you can say he is the de jure head. Okay, or the nominal head. Doesn't matter. He is the constitutional head of the state, and that constitutional head is elected. That means there is absence of hereditary concept in India. Okay, a person who is attaining the age of 35 years, who is duly qualified to become the member of the Lok Sabha, and he is a citizen of India, that person is eligible for the presidential election. Those are the qualifications that are required for becoming the president of India. Okay, constitutional qualifications. Okay, and there are other things also, no office of profit and all those things. Okay, so republic means the head of the state, or the constitutional head of the state is elected. That means there is an absence of monarchical rule in India. The constitutional head, or the first citizen of India, is elected. It also signifies one more thing: the highest, or the you can say the extreme or the zenith of the constitution, that is the president. This post is open to all the people. Okay, all the people means who definitely who possess the qualifications to becoming the president. That means the highest constitutional office is open to all. It's not a you can say it's not a like dynasty politics, or you can say it's not a hereditary rule. Okay, so with this we end the nature. Now time is running up. Anyway, the third part, that is the objectives. Okay, what are the objectives? If we remember the preamble, it's better that you memorize the preamble. Okay, because that's often been asked in the interview also. We the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, okay, and to secure to all its citizens liberty, justice, fraternity, equality, and all those things. Okay, so what are the objectives of the preamble? The objectives of the preamble is to secure to all its citizens what? Justice. Okay, there are 3 types of justice. Then liberty, 5 types of liberty, equality of opportunity and of employment, liberty, equality, fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual. Okay, liberty, equality, fraternity. Fine. So these are the objectives of the constitution, and there are other words also included. That is the justice. I mean to say, sorry, not the justice. Unity and integrity of the nation. Okay, again this word integrity, it was also not it was absent in the original preamble. It was also added by the 42nd Amendment Act 1976. Okay, this liberty, equality, and fraternity, this is called as the Union of Trinity. Okay, this has been inspired from the French Revolution of 1789. Okay, and the word justice it was taken from the Russian Revolution of 1917. Okay, so these are the objectives: to create an egalitarian society, to create a society where each people will, each and every individual will get the opportunity to excel in their life, to do something for the nation, etc., etc. Okay, and the last part, that is the fourth part of the preamble, that is the date of enactment. Okay, it is also mentioned in the preamble, date of enactment, that is 26th of November 1949. Okay, this is the date of enactment of the constitution, not the commencement. Our constitution came into force on 26th January 1950, but the date of enactment is 26th November 1949. Our constitution is enacted constitution, not an evolved constitution. British constitution is evolved constitution. That means there is no written constitution. Time and by many laws were added. Okay, and that forms the constitution. But in India, there was a specific constituent assembly which sat to make the constitution. Okay, that's why it is called as an enactment constitution. So the date is also mentioned 26th of November 1949. Okay, there are many things which are to be understood or read in the preamble. I'm not going into this today. Overall, you have got an idea about the preamble. If you face any question, okay, this is an online class anyway, go through the preamble, definitely follow the MCQs. If you find anything problematic, you can contact Apti Plus. They can help you to reach us. Okay, thanks, and stay well and study well. Okay.